although we live in a globalized world, we are so insulated when it comes to getting information. And Democracy Now! Is trying to break the sound barrier. 877-378-8669, 877-378-8669. It's your call that makes a difference. You make it possible for Free Speech TV to happen. If you want to get the John Carlos book, you don't want to miss it. $100 contribution. What an amazing story of this young man, 23 years old, now over 65, 23 years old. He decides he wants to take a stand. That on the one hand, he has tremendous sports talent, and he wants to put it to a higher good. And he does take the stand, the medal stand in Mexico City in '68, and it becomes the sports moment most famous in Olympic history. We urge you to call right now. We ask you to stand up for independent media. The number to call is 877-378-8669. Some of the people who recommend John Carlos's book are Michael Moore. John Carlos is an American hero. Finally, he's written a memoir to tell us his story, and a powerful story it is. I couldn't put this book down. Michael Eric Dyson says the John Carlos story is the remarkable chronicle of an epic life sketched against the defining crisis of race in America. Carlos's athletic genius on the field is matched by his heroic will to overcome trials and tribulations in his personal life and to find resurrection in his professional life. This is an inspiring and eloquent story about a great American whose commitment to truth, justice, and democracy were tested and found true. Please make your call. Make it now. We urge you to go to the phone. We ask you to stand up for independent media. Please call in. Please let us know that you are there. Please let us know that you are standing up. Please call in right now. Please call. Please let us know you are in the house. We need your support. Please call in right now, 877-378-8669, 877-378-8669. The number to call, we urge you to call. We cannot do this without you, only with you. 877-FSTV now. Please call in right now. Let us know that you're there. Please let us know that Democracy Now! Matters to you. We ask you to call. We cannot do this without you. Only together, only with you. Your call makes a difference. You make it possible. The number to call is Free Speech TV's direct number. You can get a copy of the book, The John Carlos Story. You can get a copy of the DVD. His telling of that story with the remarkable Dave Zirin, the great sports writer, put them together for $150. We urge you to call in right now. If you want to actually come on the set of Democracy Now! Here in New York City and bring your wife or your partner or your husband or your daughter or your grandparent or your aunt or a close friend you want to hang out with and come to the set, sit on the set, drink the Democracy Now! Coffee, in a mug, a wonderful mug that has a design of a microphone dissolving into doves, and see how this show airs on 1,000 stations, 8 live every morning, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time in New York City. We urge you to call 877-378-8669, 877-378-8669. Your call makes it possible for Free Speech TV to continue. We only have a few minutes. We urge you to call. We cannot do this without you. 877-378-8669, 877-378-8669. Please call in. $150, the book and the DVD, they are yours. If you call in right now, if you live in Minnesota or Texas, if you live in Maine, Vermont, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Washington State, or Oregon, if you live in California, in Southern California, Northern California, stand up for your community. I want to thank people who are calling in. Lots of people are calling. We urge you to call. Let us know that you're there. Please call in right now, and you'll get a copy of the John Carlos story. 877-378-8669. If you live in Colorado or Arizona or New Mexico, but we're going to be going on a many-city community media tour starting in a few weeks, and I hope I get to see you personally. But whether I do or not, I hope you get to come to New York. By the way, if you want to do that $2,000 contribution for dinner and a show, you don't have to know when you can do it. You just make the pledge right now. You're not calling up with a date. Don't worry. You don't have to call someone and say, oh, my God, when can we do this? I want to get in on this offer before the end of the show. Just call and make the reservation. That's what counts. Then my colleague here at Democracy Now!, Brenda Murad, gives you a call. And she says, when do you want to come to the set of Democracy Now! You might say next week, or I'm coming this weekend already. Could I squeeze this in? Absolutely. We'll work our schedule around yours. And then you watch the broadcast. You see how it goes down, all the folks running around like chickens with their heads cut off, but we don't believe in that. So running around like crazy. And then You watch it, you see all the guests, you meet them who are in studio, you get to hang out with them, talk to them. You know, a few weeks ago, Noam Chomsky, we got a chance to interview Harry Belafonte. Before that day, Danny Glover. You get to meet folks in the studio. And then I get to host you for dinner, and we really kick back, and I get to hear your stories, and we become old friends. We've had 4-time recidivists, like people who come for dinner and then they do it every year. I've been doing this for years. It's fantastic. So you just make the reservation. Think holidays coming up, a birthday, an anniversary, a graduation. Think ahead. Make the reservation now. Then my colleague Brenda calls you and you work it out. You might say, I don't know when I'm going to come. Fine. You'll email each other. You might say, I'm only coming on this day. Fine. You'll work it out. 877-378-8669. Folks, less than a minute to go. We urge you to call or just get the John Carlos story, the book, The John Carlos Story, this epic sports moment in history. We urge you to call right now. What did Robert Lipsyte say in this breathlessly readable tale? John Carlos finally steps out of that iconic photograph to become a vibrant, fascinating hero we never really knew. The sports moment that changed the world. We urge you to call right now. The book and DVD 150, the book 100, the DVD 75. Put them together, folks. Call right now. Keep Free Speech TV together. Keep it on the air. Democracy Now! Airs 4 times a day on Free Speech TV. Eastern Time, 8, noon, 7, and midnight. Call in. Fill the phone lines. I'm Amy Goodman. Thanks so much for joining us.